We're at the Pine Restaurant here at the Hanover Inn with head coach of sailing, Justin Assad. Coach, thanks for having us out today.
Sure, psyched to be here, Francis. Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's just jump right into it. I know that you guys have multiple disciplines that you guys sail throughout the fall and spring and throughout the two different competitions that you guys run. Kind of talk to me about those and where you guys are currently in the season.
Sure, yeah. So I think the easiest way to think of it is that there's two main disciplines that we compete at with both open team and women's team. And so the disciplines are fleet racing, which is a typical racing sport, and then team racing, which is more of a game where you're racing against one other team and you sail multiple races that you win or lose each weekend. So we're kind of in the bulk of the team race season now. That style of sailing is really fun, super tactical, very close quarters, boat handling, a lot of rules, knowledge and understanding involved, and that's a really fun part of the spring for the team. So we're sailing quite well in team racing right now. The open team finished 5th at our conference championship, but we're in the New England Conference, which is super competitive. So they finished 5th there, but had a great spring, so we think we'll be selected for the national championship in open team racing. And then our women finished 2nd at their conference championship this past weekend. And that was a major improvement on last year where we got 5th in that regatta. And so we're confident they'll advance to the national championship as well.
So you're speaking about the national championships coming up soon.
Yep.
I also want to talk about kind of where you've seen this team grow from the start of the spring, and then kind of where you want to see them improve as they head into the national championships coming
Sure,
soon.
yeah, great question. So we, at the beginning of the spring, and I guess looking back to last year, we felt like we knew we'd be near the top of the country with our program in basically every discipline this spring. And so big goal for us was sort of focusing on championship level competition, where we're trying to treat every team and every race exactly the same and approach those races with a simple reset, whether we're sailing a team that on paper it looks like we should beat or a team that we feel like could be a challenge to beat. We try to approach every single race the same way. That was a big goal for the spring, and we've taken our preparation for races really seriously so that our warm-up and our routine's the same for all of that. So that was a big goal, and that we feel like has given us a more consistent performance throughout the course of the spring. For growth, we sail 2 primary styles of boat, an FJ and a 420. They're both 12 or 13-foot dinghies. The 420, we feel like we could improve our boat handling a little bit in light air, so that's a big focus for us for the next few weeks. Will be just getting a little sharper and crisper with our boat handling over the next, between now and our national championship series.
That's great. And something that that I've noticed is that your athletes are in a lot of different locations throughout one weekend. How do you kind of build a team camaraderie through the entire program when you have a good amount of your athletes at one regatta one weekend and then another regatta? Sometimes you guys are split up between 3 or 4 events. So kind of just talk to me about how you guys can create like a team atmosphere when there's so much movement throughout each weekend.
Sure, yeah, and I think we really credit the team with that because I think they realize that we'll be the best team we can be, and we'll be the most fun team to be on when we have a great sense of team cohesiveness and dynamic. So the team leaders really put a lot of effort into that, and I think to do that, we do that a few different ways. A key is that with all those different events, now often we sort of have 1 or 2 big priority events for the weekend. Last weekend, the women's championship was a big one, but we had strong performances at several other regattas, and we count on our team starters at the major events to congratulate everybody else and pay attention to how everybody's doing on the roster. And I think we have a great dynamic in our team where people truly believe that all 34 people on the roster are going to be a critical part of our success, no matter where they are on that depth chart. But when they're giving 100% of their effort, that's what's going to bring us to a championship level. And whether they're in the gym, on the water, or in other aspects of supporting the team. So I think we emphasize that, we live it through recognizing each other's success and sort of involving everybody in the meetings at the end of practice. And in this vein, on the water, I think any athlete on our team is comfortable sailing up to any other athlete and saying, hey, I noticed you were a little quicker than me on that last beat. What can I show me how you were sitting, or show me where you were trimming your mainsail to. And they try to create a information sharing environment where everybody feels connected and feels like we're all working together to achieve at a high level. So yeah, I think hopefully that answers that question. I think with the
Absolutely.
with the multiple venues, the key is to just have a really strong team environment and practice, so that everyone remembers wherever they're going, they're representing all of us. So, yeah.
That's great to hear. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us this week, and best of luck throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us, Francis. We love to have any press we can, so we're pumped to be here and appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.